Hey Stampin' friends, Darlene with Darlene Stamps. We are going to do a part 2 of last month on June. I did some alternates and used this great double pop-up, and I said I would give you a tutorial on that, so we're going to do that today, so stay tuned. Okay, to get our pieces in prep, I wrote this out because I'll kind of go through it, but I didn't want you to lose track. So we're going to start with the base, any color you want. I'm going to use white. Remember when you score, so you have an 8.5 by 5.5, 8.5 by 5.5, and you're going to score a 4 1/4. So on white, you'll have a valley side and a mountain side. You'll always bend on the valley side, and so you're going to score a 4 1/4 and 1.5. So your 1.5 is going to fold back into itself, so it should look like this. Okay, so that's our base. That's our base, and that's our score. Let's see. Hold on. I gotta put it up to the fit. That's the score for the base. Okay, and then on the layer is going to be your regular 5 1/4 by 4. That's your layer. Okay, and then on the popper, this is what I call my popper, whatever you want to call it. I'm sure it's a scientific name. This size is 2 by 3, and then you will be scoring the popper at 3 1/2 inch. So you can see I've got, let me get my angle for the, there it is. Nope. Okay, anyhow, just trust me. there are 3. 1, 2, 3. So you have 3 different scores. And then on the popper layer, which will be 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And then this little guy is part of the Stitch So Sweetly, and it's the large square or rectangle. It's scalloped, and so I just have that for one of my bases. And then this is what I call the embossed. On the card, I actually embossed this, so it's just the embossing kind, but I just wanted a flat panel on this, and then I wanted to use the DSP from Welcome In as my side panel, which is 1 1/2 by 5 1/2. All right, so won't all fit in there, but you got that, and I'll be right back and we'll put it together. Okay, the stamp set that comes in the kit has this real neat flower, and the way it's designed, it allows you to actually attach to each one. So you can see I've already stamped that base in the navy blue, and it's just going to become my layer. So this was the 5 1/4 by 4, and so that's just going to go right in there. That needs to go in first before you get the popper on. Okay, and our popper, you're going to put the best way is tear and tape, but when you get this going, you're going to put it after you've already scored and you've got it all ready to go. You can see I already scored my edges. So you're going to put one base down so it is right, let me see if I get right kind of in the middle, right next to the score line of the 4 1/4. You're going to put that down. So you got that, and then just fold it in half, and then fold your whole card over. So this is the stickum's already ready to go, and then that'll go down. So when we come up, there is our popper. Okay. Now while we have this on, oh fiddle-dee. All right, so one more stickum, one more tear and tape, because I forgot it. Because there's 3 of them. Now, if you pull it all the way open, then you can put it on the kind of the open side, which is your tear and tape as well. And it really does work the best. And then you're going to take your pop-up layer. I've already stamped mine. And then you're just going to put that right if you can, kind of center, but put it right on the edge of your popper. And again, I'm making up this name. I have no idea what it's called. All right, so now you can see that we have now our layer that will go in right in there. Okay? All right, I'll keep building. So I'm using the Welcome In designer paper because I wanted that for kind of a different side panel. And I'm going to put it right to the edge. And I did do this at 1.5 by 5 1/4. No, sorry. 1.5 by 5.5. I want to I wanted to have a complete covering on that. And then I wanted to do kind of a pop. So this is my Calypso Coral. And I want to get, oh, I've already stamped this. This comes in that set, the circle sayings, and then the 2 3/8 punch. So I've already gotten these stamped, and I'm going to pop this out. Get that done. And then I want to get this all built before I glue it onto here. Just kind of an extra. I mean, you'll find sometimes when you do this, if you have too many layers, it will cause you some grief. I did not have any, I'm sorry. I did have some Calypso Corals of the little candy dots left over, but I only have 2. I don't have 3, so we're just going to make this work. And trying to kind of use my, okay, now I can put it onto my card base, and I'm just going to eyeball it because I don't want to go over on my gluing. But you can see, oh, fiddle dee, whew, save that. All right, forgot this edge piece. Okay, sorry. All right, now, okay, let's try this again. Whew, that was a save. That's kind of why I like doing the green glue, Tumble glue, because it does give you some forgiveness. Okay, so now we have built our popper. So we have both sides coming up, and voila. Okay, I wanted to show you, we had the 2 designs, but I wanted to show you kind of how I do a little bit of adjusting. So I took the designer series paper, so on both sides, it has both sides. It has the designer series paper, and then I had the boho in the front, and I did a little bit of the texturing on the embossing, but I didn't have ready my layer. This, whenever I use an inside, I always keep the frame. So what I'm going to do is just utilize this. I'm going to put blue on top, and then I will put this on my kit. So when you're doing a base, so white is my predominant color, so I could have used the navy as a pop, but using the white kind of gives it a little bit more subtlety than that. So just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of tidbit, because sometimes, you know, we're left with scraps, and it's kind of nice to be able to utilize them. And I always try to maximize my layers so that when I'm doing something, I can get as more bang for the buck that I can. So you'll see that this will give us a little bit lighter. So there's lots of white because I have white for my background and white for my area. So just a difference when you look at the 2. And getting the colors, getting a little bit of area. And so hopefully you get some nice double pop-ups in your life using the pumpkin. Have a great day. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, because July is coming and the colors are going to be amazing. So we've got the colors being the azure, I think it's afternoon, basic gray, crumb cake, daffodil delight, flirty flamingo, granny apple, and pool party. If you don't have a pumpkin, you want to have a subscriber time, we have till the 10th of July to get on board and get this amazing way to do hobby stamping. Have a great day.